Hello, beautiful people, and welcome. Today we are looking at thought manipulations. Thought manipulation, because sometimes you see when somebody does something, and because when you are going to do something that is not okay, that is not good, you always have the motivation to do it. But after you are done with it, you begin to regret. You begin to regret. The next thing we begin to blame the devil. It is devil's work. Oh. If you ask anything that even people who kidnap, people who kill, people who do a lot of things, if you ask them what happened, they will begin the next thing. The only person they blame is the devil. It's the devil. They know that it is the devil, meaning that they did not intend to do that, but they were only manipulated by the devil to do that thing. You see, it is true that our thoughts are being manipulated. So, and that is why in this video, I want to talk about how you can guide your thoughts. How you can guide your thoughts so that you will not be easily manipulated to do things that are evil. Because when we do these things, we begin to blame the devil. The devil is not anybody, it's not a personality or someone standing outside who has caused you to do that. Yes, and that's why most times it's difficult for people to resist some of these things because they don't know how to guide their thought. But if you know how to guide your thought, you learn how to guide your thought, you will be able to resist some of these things because the devil is not standing anywhere. You see why it's difficult to surmount his activities. It's difficult for you to overcome the temptation because he's not standing anywhere telling you to do that. If it were like someone telling you or giving you direct orders to carry out an action, if that's it's not something that is coming from your own volition. If it's somebody telling you directly, you have to do this is what you can just say no. If it's not okay by you can say no. But in this case, because it's not a physical manipulation, it's difficult for people to be able to detect and to resist. It's difficult for them to say no because the reward that is being promised is always very tempting for anyone to give in. You see, that's why people compromise in most cases. So you see, the devil manipulates us on daily basis. How does he do that? He manipulates our thoughts. That's why it's important for you to guide your thoughts. Always guide your thoughts. If a negative thought enters your mind, because that's how he encroaches with negative thought. He encroaches our thoughts with negativity. You see, devil always attaches his own thought to our own thought. And that's why if a negative thought enters your mind, ask yourself, don't just go and carry out the action. Ask yourself, because you definitely know that thing is not right. So if you have that thought within your mind, ask yourself, is this my thought? Is this coming from me? Or is an infused thought? Because devil always infuses his thought with the thought of people and make them to do those things, all these things that you see people do. And they will not do it. They won't rest until they do it. Once they do it, they begin to see the emptiness. That's when they begin to regret. Because they begin to see that no, it's not something that they wanted to do. But they have done it already. And the next thing now is regret. Because when the devil was infusing that thought with their own thought, they did not resist it. They did not ask whether the thought is their own or is an infused thought. By the way, how are you supposed to know? Unless you are someone who embraces your humanity. But because look at how everybody is living in the ego. When you are living in the ego like this, it's difficult for you to fully embrace your humanity because you want to copy behavior. You want to copy what other people are doing. This one is doing this one today. And maybe if he favors him, what he has done is something that other people are beginning to see that, oh, is best, is the best. They begin to approve of it. Because these days, people approve. In fact, the wrong things are the ones people approve of. And the right things are being neglected. So when somebody has done something that is going the wrong way, people are approving of that way. There is a temptation because other people will want to follow the same way. They want to go that way because that is the way that is being approved of. So you see, but you still see that what you are doing is not right. For some reason, you are doing it, and because the society approves of it too. So you want to continue. So if you are living in that way, of course, you will not be able to think that your thoughts are being controlled. You will think that those thoughts are coming from you. Whatever you are, those wrong things, those evil things are coming from you because they are coming from your mind, and that is what everybody else is doing. So you have to ask questions. Ask yourself, is this thought, when there's an encroached thought in your mind, ask yourself, is this thought coming from me? Or is it an encroached thought? Is it an infused thought coming from um, another power, another energy, not mine? Ask yourself that. If you ask yourself that, you'll be able to restrain yourself. You'll be able to resist, you know, those things. Because the devil will give you reasons why you should do them. It will make it look very attractive to you. And once it begins to suggest those wrong thoughts into your mind, it will begin to give you action plan. It will suggest action plans to you too, ways in which you can easily carry them out. And once you carry them out, you will do everything. You will carry all the instructions before you realize that what you have done is wrong. And the next thing that follows is regret. So before we begin to blame that devil, it is the devil who caused this thing, let us first of all listen to our own thought. Whatever that is coming from us, we should pay attention to it. And then ask yourself, is this thought my own? Because that is why it's been difficult. It's not this religion we are talking about. Everything is just all the things we are doing is to surmount the activities of the devil and to find God. That is all. That is the word about this religion, church, everything we are doing, Christianity. But do we question our thought? Do we question? Because the devil does not come to you and tell you, do this, do that. No, it doesn't come to us. We have never seen the devil standing anywhere. Have you seen the devil anywhere? The devil is a spirit. He can manipulate you in any way. It suggests things to you and you go carry out. You will do the things all before you begin to realize what you have done. Why? Because it's infusing his thought into our own thought. He encroaches our minds with his negative thoughts. And so when he say all those things that he wants you to carry out, you go carry them out, even without asking. That's why you see some people will be asking, you see them acting that when they are being used under the manipulation of the devil, you see them behaving like they are crazy, as in they are mad. It's a demonic spirit that regulates them, that manipulates them like that. So they do all these things, they don't know that they are doing them. And then suddenly they will gain consciousness and they begin to ask themselves, wonder what has happened and all of that, because they were under manipulation. That's how devil manipulates the thought of every human being. But it's important that we embrace more of our humanity, because if you embrace more of your humanity and those thoughts are coming to you, you will pause first and say, wait a minute, this thought, is it me? Is it me? But some of us, when we are getting thoughts that we know are not right, because it's coming from you, we just believe, oh, you have to go and do it. You will listen to that thought and go and do it. You forget that just as the Spirit of God is inside of you, the devil is also a spirit too, who lives in people and suggests things. The devil is not standing anywhere. He lives in people. He uses people to operate. He uses people to carry out his actions. He uses people to even feed himself, to get his needs met. The devil cannot get his needs met directly from the divine source, from God, like you and I will do. We will pray, God will supply our needs. No, the devil does not get his needs met that way. The devil can only get his needs met in random ways. That is why it causes chaos. It causes terrible things to happen, accidents, so that he will get his needs met. So he uses people to sustain himself. He uses people to survive. Because the devil too has to survive. But he cannot survive like you and I are surviving. That's why he must create things. That's why all these things you are hearing, these terrible bad things happening, they can't stop because the devil too has to survive. But you see, you can deny him that if you begin to embrace more of your humanity. And when it comes with these negative suggestions to you to go and do things, do evil things, and you resist, if you're able to resist, that's how you begin to overcome him, overcome the devil. But we talk about devil, we'll go to church and pray, devil, I bind you, devil, I just say, all those things does not kill any devil. It does not. Even when you meet all these people who are some of the people we call them custodians of religion, who are doing other things to manipulate people in the name of religion. You go to them, they know where they are, they know what they are doing. When you go to them, the devil can even go and beat them. Is it not this one? When I know him now, I know where and where. What he knows what he can do to them too. Yes, he knows. Because he can easily that's why he can manipulate anybody. Excuse me. Unless you embrace more of your humanity. And how will you embrace more of your humanity? Because the ego is in full control. It's difficult. But you can do that. You will be able to do that more easily if you embrace the practice of meditation. If you begin to meditate, you will be able to do that easily. But if you are not, it's difficult. That's why I keep telling people about this meditation. Meditation will help you transcend the ego. Yes, it will literally kill your ego. Ego will die a painful death. And then you will have the freedom to live the way you want. Otherwise, it's not easy. So you people are doing all this is we are complaining about. They are living in the ego. So that if you are in the ego, you are easily manipulated. But if you begin to do meditation and embrace your humanity, you will find out that even the devil will be afraid of you. He will be afraid. He will not be able to use you. And for the fact that he won't be able to use you, it's a pain. So always analyze your thoughts. If a negative thought is in your mind, to go and carry out an action or something that is not good in the face of God, analyze that thought. Ask yourself questions. Don't just stand up and begin to do it. Ask yourself, this thing, is it coming from me? Is it me that is thinking it? Is it right? But this thing is not right now. Why should I go and do it? Unless you want to do it for the sake of, because everybody else is doing it. You see? Because we approve of wrong things now more than even good things. So we want to do certain things because other people are doing it now, even when it's not okay, it's not right. But it's important that if you don't want to be used again, you don't want the devil to manipulate you again. People will fight themselves. People will keep it. You will see people will start fighting. Before you know, one person will use bottle and kill the other one. The person will just collapse and die. That wasn't the intention. The intention of the person was not to kill, was not to kill the other person. No. But you see, they did not pause first to ask themselves whether that thought to continue or to do all those things is coming from them, or a negative thought has been infused into their thought. That's why when people do some things, like in the case of killing, maybe because you must think about something before you go do it. You must think about it. And during that time, the devil is suggesting it to you. You are listening. You did not resist it. Oh. You listen. As you continue to listen, begin to supply you with action plans. Begin to tell you the ways you can go to carry out and to achieve it. You did not rebuke it. You know, when the Bible says rebuke the devil and he will flee from you. Some people think that, how do you think you can resist the devil? The devil is not, it will not come to you as I'm devil. Look at me, I'm devil. I want to do this thing. Then you begin to rebuke the devil and reject you. No, it is the thought. Devil comes to you through infusion of thought. It will suggest negative thoughts to you. It will mix his thought with your own thought. And then that thought will begin to ring in your head. This thing, that thing. So if you don't ask yourself, this thing, is it coming from me? And you go ahead and do it. Before you know, you have done it and you begin to regret. Because that is how you can only resist the devil, by rejecting that thought and refusing to carry it out, because you know that it's not right. But when the thought enter and you follow it, you have obliged the devil. What he wanted you to do, or what he wanted to carry, you help him. That's how people help the devil to carry out his activities. Many people here, we are serving the devil, but we think that we are serving God. We go to church, we pray, we make noise, do all these our hypocritical prayers we do in church. But our actions are terrible. Humanity, religion is not supposed to be, but in religion it looks like it's a place where anything goes. But when you are talking about God and spirituality, it's not a place where anything goes. Your humanity, you cannot serve God out of your humanity. Your actions, what you do, what you are doing every day on your daily basis, your actions on your daily basis is what determines whether you are serving God or you are not serving God. Your humanity, how well you embrace your humanity. You can't serve God of your humanity. You can't serve God. You can't please God in your ego. Even if you go to church every day, morning and evening and night. That's why people go pray morning, evening, night. They are always praying. They are doing fasting, doing prayer, everything. At some point, they'll start blaming God. Hey, God, I've been praying and they are not. It is not the prayer you pray. Oh. It is not all the fasting and shout. Number one is how you embrace your humanity on daily basis. How do you live on daily basis? What thought do you ruminate with? What thought? Is it good thought? Positive thought? You can't be harboring evil thought in your mind and go and be praying, shouting, doing fasting. Excuse me. And you expect God to come and answer you. How is that possible? When you are not embracing your humanity. It's not possible. God won't listen to your prayers, even if you pray till thy kingdom come. And that's why most people pray, they don't receive answers. Check your thought. Analyze your thought. Because it all stems from your thought. Before you do your neighbor anything evil, it starts from your mind. You premeditate these things. We premeditate them before we carry them out. So that time you are trying, the thought, the devil has infused that thought in your mind. Think about it before you can go carry it out. You can let it go. You can forget about it. You can say, no, I can't do that. I know. Even if it keeps coming, no, I can't do that. That is how you resist the devil. And then when you continue to say, no, I can't do that, you don't need to tell anybody. Within yourself, no, I won't do that. It's not right. I won't do it. As you continue to resist, it will flee from you. That's why we are reading the Bible. We don't understand what it is. We interpret it literally the way we justify the things that we are doing. Now, that is how you resist the devil. By rejecting the evil thoughts that encroaches your mind. No, I can't do that. And then the devil will flee from you. I hope that helps. I love you guys.